So hi there, it's Dieter from Northern Germany, and I wanted to make a short video to remind myself that if you produce your own fruit with these milk product things, that it's necessary to do content if you don't know where the fruits are taken from the fruit tree. And so if there are the working conditions for example, Eastern European workers, it might be good to work content into the internet, how Lidl and how Aldi, in this case, how Netto has picked and fruit picked these. In Germany we say Johannisbeeren, these red things. I don't know the term in English, but anyway, they are a little bit sour, but with a little bit of sugar you can make them more sweet. And so as I want to do fairly produced, eaten lifestyle, fairly produced consumption, and when I don't know how they are picked, I would like to do content, and I need to do content, and I do content then about these fruits. And so the real question then is how to find out where these little Johannisbeeren, as we call them, are picked. So you see these picked fruits, and normally, well, they are taken somehow from the Johannisbeer tree, as we say, from the fruit tree, from people, for example, from Romania or from Bulgaria or from somewhere there. And so as many people buy things and they look for fair trade signs, I have chosen another way, which is, I guess, even more productive sometimes, to do content and to question how these things, and to make people responsible, and to make the supermarkets and the discounters responsible, the big German food retailers. So to encourage others also to do selfies or to do questioning content, how these fruits are picked from the trees. So what are the relevant questions then? How much per hour is someone earning from Romania? Is it a fairly produced thing? Can these people live in good conditions in Germany on the farms where they are picked? This is a German fruit, at least that's what I thought when I bought it. And so there has been no description directly on the product, only in the supermarket on the sign where the price is, where it comes from. And so you can inform yourself more, and so people just try to look for fair trade certificates or something like that. But the better way, or also a good way, is to simply have huge masses of videos questioning and commanding and building consumer pressure, questioning and commanding the retailers like Netto in this case to simply pay a little bit more, and to rise the price, for example, around 10 cents or something for these Johannisberries. Maybe they're called Jamesberry or something like that, or Johnberry, I don't know. For these red Jamesberries, Johnberries. And so the people are paid a little bit better, and normally sometimes the German farmers, they have these very cheap living conditions, these camping houses or these mess accommodations. They're not so worse than in Dubai with the Philippines, but and so it's a big difference between German working conditions, because the German society, at least until now, has taken more care about foreign workers so that they are not so suppressed. And some branches, like in the slaughter of cow branch, they produce with an ungood payment system, and people brutally misused, especially from Romania, and so they're really burned out and work 10 to 12 hours a day and earn not so much. But people like to do so because they can then send money to Romania, to Eastern Europe. Anyway, so how is this in this case with these John Jamesberry farms? So dear Lidl and dear Netto and dear Aldi, when these fruits are now sold by you, how are they produced would be a question. Does it have a fair trade certificate, and would it be not possible also simply to say, well, we raise the price with 10 cents, and then even without a fair trade, a cent, the farmer is getting more money, and so the price pressure is not given to the farmer, and the farmer can pay a little bit more, and so the accommodations and the payment and the conditions for the people producing these tasty, sour, fresh James berries, if they're called like that, will be the direct word per word translation from Germany, so that they are produced in a fair way and fair manner. Anyway, so be blessed and do more and better content also to this question of fair trade, fair produced James berries. Greetings here from Friesland in Wilhelmshaven.